Yeah, like you said, the whole bracing now, like he's coming back. This is the problem. It's because people are not. It goes back to what I said at the beginning. People and what you just said. They're too fucking lazy because Trump's in office, and they're fucking cowards, and they don't want to get off their ass and keep. Oh, we get a little bit of a win. Yeah, then we get kicked in the fucking dick again and right back in it.
Yeah, word up. Real talk for the people, got the mic activated. The chamber set to blow, dropping heavy truth bombs everywhere that we go. No chaser for the flavor, we give it to you raw. It's the concrete jungle's undisputed law. Locked, cocked, and unfiltered. Yeah, we unfiltered. Locked, cocked, and unfiltered. Let's go!
What's up, everybody? It's that time again. It's time for Locked, Cocked, and Unfiltered. I'm here with my wonderful co-host, Tony Simon and Clayton Slotlicker. And real quick before we get started, I know it's been a minute since we have recorded.
It's because Chris had a transition.
I apologize to everybody. Help! I was going through my transition, but no, I ended up in the hospital. Had a pulmonary embolism, as they like to call it. So I had blood clots.
You should show what you framed. Show that shit they sucked out of you.
So yeah. Well, I wanted to keep the real stuff, but apparently they can't do that. They were like, "What do you want to do?" I was like, "Put it in a jar." I was like, "I want to keep what almost killed me."
Fuck and yeah, I would too.
They were like, "Well, we'll give you a picture." So no, they give you a picture. So I don't know if YouTube's going to pull this down. So yes, I framed what almost killed me as a reminder. But yes, everything you see right here, these are all the blood clots they drew out of my right lung. So yeah, Jesus. I was in the hospital for a little bit, down and out.
Well, I know we fuck around, we clown around with each other, but honestly, brother, we're all glad you're all right.
Hey, you got to make light of the situation, but
yeah, because if it's not gay if you're almost DOA, right?
Right. No, I was talking, we were talking because people were asking me about it, and I was like, yeah, me and my buddies, we're all demented. We were making light of the situation. I was telling them about some of the text messages and stuff.
Someone's
I was like, yeah, I replied back to one of them. I was like, it's not gay if you're not almost DOA.
We were like, it came from you.
And everybody's we like, oh brutal. My God.
And then,
oh, yeah.
And then Clayton was like, yeah, he said he showed his wife. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, at this point, understand something. If he don't make it, I ain't going to. See, it ain't met me. I ain't going to, not if we said that stuff. Oh.
But yeah,
I'll send the
card. And a Snickers bar.
There you go. Yeah, you gotta get the Snickers bar. I need to make sure I put that in my wheel when I do pass. I want a Snickers bar in my hand. No, yeah, I guess from what a lot of the doctors said is that I honestly should have been dead with that many blood clots. And I guess another big thing was I wasn't really presenting a lot of the symptoms that I should have been presenting. That's what was crazy from everybody is, how I was and everything. Cause I actually, I finished working that day and everything and, then went to the doctor and that's when it all kind of went haywire after that. But yeah, I'm definitely getting better now. Still a little pain where they did the incision and stuff cause they had to go in through my groin and they pretty much, from my understanding, is they shoved a tube up in there into the vein that was pretty much a little bit bigger than a Stanley straw. So,
and they sucked you dry.
Yep, they sucked me dry.
And that makes Tony very jealous.
Nope, you can have it all, bro.
Better, we're back at it.
It's all you, homie.
From my understanding, there's still one in my left lung, but they said that it's pretty much so big it's gotten lodged in there that it's not going to break loose and kill me or anything like that. And then, of course, I'm on blood thinners the rest of my life. And they said with the blood thinners, it'll eventually dissolve and go away. But they actually tried to take it out. But yeah, it was just so big and wedged in there. There wasn't anything they could really do with it, but it's not anything that's going to hurt me in the long run. It's just eventually going to go away as I take these blood thinners. So,
right.
yeah, pretty crazy couple of weeks there.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Hopefully
glad you're still with us.
Yeah.
Me too, man. Me too. Because I mean, usually when you hear pulmonary embolism, it's not a good thing.
Nope.
So apparently, I'm a freak of nature to all the doctors and stuff. But now, what's crazy though is, so the doctor that did the procedure, he came over and he talked to me before they started, but like he had the little hair thing on and the mask, so I couldn't really see him. Well, he comes in the next day to check on me, and no lie, I swear to God, the man looks like Jesus. I'm serious, dude. I'm sitting there thinking like, yeah, if you'd have leaned over me looking like that, I'd have been like, if I'm already there.
No, you know, went, yes, they graded on a curve. They graded on the curve.
Right? I got lucky. I made it in. But yeah, he had long hair.
He's like, nope, you're out.
I know, right?
Yeah, right.
So then he saw her text messages. Nope, you're out.
Yep. But yeah, I thought that was pretty crazy. But no, yeah, it was a wild ride. I mean, I couldn't hardly breathe afterwards just from the procedure and stuff. I mean, walking 2 steps, felt like I'd ran like 12 miles, but now everything's better. I still having some issues carrying just because of where the incision was and everything. And, because I've been carrying appendix, I can't really do that right now. I've tried to carry it like 2-3 o'clock, but just how much pressure it puts on that spot with where it's at. I've resorted to having to carry a little 380 in my pocket, and not something I'm thrilled about, but I'm like, something's better than nothing. So, but no, I'm good. We're back in action. We're going to, I think, piss a lot of people off tonight. I know we've talked about this before, but I think this is going to kind of help people understand the importance of why you've got to look at who you're voting for locally within your city, within your county, and within your state. We definitely got to look at what's been going on in Virginia. Clayton, in your state, you've got crazy stuff going on up there in Minnesota. Yep. Tony, your stuff's been there. It doesn't ever seem to be going away.
So I'm just going to come on. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
I'm just going to come on and say it because, I've kind of been fired up, and I know because you touched on Virginia, you touched on what's going on here. And I kind of talked to you about it. I talked to Tony about it a little bit too. But one thing that I'm fucking sick and tired of seeing is all these people want to get online and keyboard warrior, piss and moan and bullshit, talk, and big game on behind the keyboard. Oh, but you know what? They're not going to do shit about it in person. First of all, get off your fucking ass and do shit. Second of all, what's really pissing me off is, well, if all these bills pass, there's going to be a lot of boating accidents. That shit needs to fucking stop right now.
Yep.
This whole fucking bullshit of, boating accident. Fuck out of here with that. Yeah, I'm a little spooled up about that because I'm tired of seeing it. Because those are the motherfuckers that aren't even getting in this fight. They don't care. Tony, like you said, they're fucking cowards.
Yep. If you're not in the fight,
I'm going there right away.
Yep,
I'm going there right away. Fuck it.
I'll co-sign. Quit calling yourself a fucking patriot if you're talking about a boating accident, bitch. You know who wasn't talking about boating accidents? Yep. The fucking patriots. The people that put it all on the line. The people that signed the freaking declaration. They didn't fucking talk about boating accidents. They hung that shit right the fuck out there. And they were like, this is who I am and this is what we're about. And you're talking about a boating accident. And you're talking about hiding. You're talking about moving. You're a bitch.
Mine are buried in the backyard. Yeah, you're a bitch. Shut the fuck up. Do something. Call your representatives. Call your legislatures. Get on their ass. But if you're not willing to do that, if you're not willing to do that, you're not going to be willing to pick up a fucking rifle and fight for your rights. Exactly how the Second Amendment was written for.
Yep, and that's what I'm talking about now.
Time when stuff like this is going on, go down and try to testify.
Okay. Yeah, even if you can't go testify, go ahead, Tony.
Go ahead, guys. No, okay.
No,
Understand.
I was just
I'm not talking to
I was just gonna
everybody. I'm
finish.
talking
I
to
was just
the
gonna finish
people, the
something.
big mouths. I'm talking to the ones that are behind the fucking keyboard
Mm-hmm.
talking shit that never get nothing. You're a fucking coward. Now, there are people out there
Yep.
who will get fired, who know they will face severe repercussions in their family, in their home, with their
Yep.
job. And I understand if you go, all right, I am not going to testify. I understand if you say,
Yeah.
I am not going to support this online with a like or a share. But that doesn't give you the excuse not to freaking donate to organizations. Nobody knows where your money
Yep.
goes.
Yep.
Sorry, but if you really want this, and again, this is just the Second Amendment fight. This is the firearms thing. And if you're a Democrat and your people actually put this up, there's no reason for you not to contact them and go, hey, as a Democratic voter, I don't like this. If somebody donates to campaigns, I will not support you. I will find a pro 2A Democrat and I will support them, or I will go third party. But to do absolutely nothing and then complain online, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're not out, and the other thing too, there, if it's something where you're worried about job, family, things like that, you can still write letters. You can write emails. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's not like your representative's going to go and read your email on public TV and stuff. You know, so there's other ways.
Yeah, and
And
there.
majority of your states have some type of internal organization that you can donate to. It doesn't necessarily have to be FPC or GOA or NRA or any one of these others. Like South Carolina has South Carolina Carry organization or incorporated or something like that. So, I mean, most of your states have internal organizations that are there trying to fight. So,
Chris,
donate to them.
Clayton, what's the name of one of your groups so people want to donate and help the fight in
Um,
Minnesota?
Minnesota Minnesota Gun Owners Caucus is the one you want to be doing up here.
That's right. Yep. I
All
remember
right,
you talking about that one.
Virginia's Citizens Defense League in Virginia Citizens Defense League, and if it's New Jersey, it's Coalition of New Jersey Firearms Owners, which is cnjfo.org or .com. I forget which one, but Coalition of New Jersey Firearms Owners. So if you live in what you consider a free state and you want to go ahead and adopt a sister state, there you go. You can adopt groups in other states and help us in the fight too. But to do absolutely nothing and
Yep.
then complain, no, we're not allowing you to leave this thing unscarred. We're calling you out tonight.
And real quick, this is just one that I want to show. This is what we're talking about when we're talking about getting involved and making sure you are putting
Oh,
the right people in office.
yes.
All right,
This
because
fucker.
if you don't know what your people's policies are and they don't understand firearms and things like that, this is what you end up with right here. This is why we're so big on
And
this.
he's from this is the for Virginia, right?
I think this one's Virginia. Yeah. This one's Virginia.
Yeah.
So this is what we're talking about right here. And this is what, and look, it's not just Democrats, Republicans are bad about it too. They don't do their research. They don't talk to
Right.
the right people. All right. Because it's going to go against the narrative. But here's what I'm talking about.
You can keep it. If you have an assault pistol, if you want to have one of these pistols with a silencer on it and a pistol grip in the front, a really big pistol. If you want to have one with a telescope on it or lasers or whatever else you want, that's okay. You just can't buy a new one, and you can't sell it to anybody. If you want to have a magazine with more than 15 bullets, you can keep that too. You just can't buy a new one, and you can't.
So that's what I'm talking. This is what gets
Pistol,
me right here.
If you want to have one with a telescope.
A telescope.
Hold on.
Is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At
Right?
no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Yep.
I award you no points.
Yep. Pretty much. I mean, this is big. What
Pistols.
one of these
Come on.
big pistols.
Silencer on it and a pistol grip in the front, a really big pistol. If you want to have one with a telescope on.
It's like a really big pistol
So
with a
hold
telescope.
on. So wait a second. So there's another option than an LPVO. So if I want to shoot aliens, all I need is a telescope on my AR.
That's all you need is a telescope.
Oh, fuck yeah!
That's all you need is
a
a telescope.
really
These
big
like this.
telescope.
I need to try to plug all this into AI when I'm editing and try to find a nice screenshot or get AI to build one that looks like a really big pistol with a telescope on it.
But to Chris's point, this is why Tony, Chris, and I, and so many other people say you have to get in the fight and do your research on these representatives, because otherwise you will end up like this clown here who has no fucking clue what he's talking about. And guess what? You think he's going to sit and listen to one of us and actually have a rational conversation? Fuck.
Nope.
Not
We're
even close.
gonna blow everything he just talked about out of the water.
Because he knows it all. He's the subject matter expert. Just kind of like the fucking video of the subject matter expert of our firearms expert with that
DEA agent?
Glock.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, that was what it was. Yeah, but come on, like,
Wait a minute. There's two.
These are the people
There's a DEA agent that shot himself in the classroom through his foot. That was the subject matter expert
I
in
remember
this
that
room.
one. And
then
right before that, he goes, "I'm the only one qualified to carry this, to manipulate this gun," and when sticks it back in his holster, and all you hear is "bam,
boom." Yeah, but this is these are the people that they want our guns flat out.
They want you to be able
to find what a.
Yep. They don't know the terminology. They have no idea what they're talking about, and they don't want to learn. Tony, how do you know they don't want to learn? I have invited these people. Multiple people have invited those people. Gun owners invite them every session. Every time we go, look, if you really want to learn about this, we're willing to teach you. You have my phone number. My contact information is there. You just don't go up there and sit down. You give them all of your contact information. They can contact anyone who's testified on the pro-gun side. When we get up there, we all introduce ourselves and what our job is, or why we consider ourselves to be able. Most of us are firearms instructors, and we go up there and announce that. So, no, they don't want to know. So, again, watch who you put in charge.
I've said it numerous times. I've said it numerous times here. Even if you're not for guns, at least come in and let me teach you about them.
Yeah.
So you don't end up looking like this idiot when you're up there trying to make laws. So you understand exactly what you're talking about, what these things can and can't do. And what I find amusing is it's just like trying to get them to define what a woman is. They can't define what an assault weapon is.
Yep. I mean, I said in the last episode, I invited the representative to come take a class. He won't do it. No. I already knew that. But like to Tony's point, we invite these people so they can learn, but they don't want to learn. Because
another one that gets me is that old.
Oh, I have it pulled up.
The old school, not the one. We're gonna pull it up here in a second. But that old colonel that CNN had on years ago, when they were talking about the AR-15, and he turns around.
Full semi-automatic.
Like, so watch what happens when I go full semi-automatic. And I was like, oh my God, I'm sitting there. Where's the sergeant major? Somebody come get this dude. Like, so just because they're in the military doesn't mean they know what they're talking about. Yeah. Hang on a second.
You got it pulled up. Okay.
Yep.
Otherwise, I have it too.
Yep, I got them all pulled up.
Oh, okay. I can't wait to get your guys' view on this clown.
Yep. Tony, I'm sure you've probably seen it.
Oh, I know Tony's seen it. Him and I talked about it.
This guy right here, he needs to take his freaking Marine Corps hat off.
In fact, the AR-15 is more powerful than the standard military issue M4 assault rifle that replaced the M16. 15 is more powerful than the standard military issue M4 assault rifle that replaced the M16.
Tell me you were paid to say some dumb shit.
Exactly.
Tell me you were paid to say some dumb shit.
Because it's not. That's the AR-15 is essentially a clone of the M4. The only difference is one's going to be able to do fully automatic. The other one's not. They shoot the same exact rounds. One is not more powerful than the other. It's just an idiot that either one got paid to go up there and do that, or in his mind, it would not surprise me if this dude's not an officer.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me
one bit if this guy's not an officer.
Never served in. All right, I got a question for you guys. If you have to turn my mic off and
Go
mute it
ahead.
for a second, because I didn't, I, I just was going to ridicule him, but now I really want to know something because it's an academic question at this point. La da dee, la da do, la di da. Oh,
So Tony's going to his treasure chest of fun.
I know.
yeah, you know it's a problem when
I'm
I had to
curious to
get
see
up.
what he
But
comes back with.
but
So
but the thing is,
tell me
like I
something.
said, these. Go ahead, Tony. I'll let you.
This entire thing was a Marine Corps M16A4. Every part on here except the lower, which came from Arrow, and it's marked M16A4. The trigger and the pins, all of this is civilian. Well, it's all mil spec except the trigger, which is exactly what the Marine Corps uses, which is a Geisley SSSE. All right. So is this an M16? Is this a powerful M16, or is it the more powerful AR-15? Because it's in semi-automatic. So which one is it? Because I'm confused.
Right.
Let's ask that guy. He might be able to answer it for us.
Yeah,
Oh,
hopefully he'd be
God.
able to answer that
Like,
I'm
question.
surprised
Because
he didn't say something about going.
Yeah.
what's up?
I still want to know if he's going to go full semi-automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
like I said,
go ahead.
and this is the point. This is the people in. And this is why I 100% think this dude is paid to say some dumb shit because you can't be that dumb. Let's be honest. But the fact of the matter is, now Minnesota. Now that in that testimony that he was in, that was from Minnesota. Guess who was not allowed to testify in that hearing?
Everybody,
Everybody like myself that are pro gun, pro 2A, were not allowed to testify. They shut down the NRA to testify. They shut down FBC to testify. They shut down Minnesota Gun Owners Caucus to testify because they were full. No, they just didn't want them.
Yeah.
Then they
They
have
will
goofy
do
shit like
everything.
that to come in.
They will do everything and anything
and that's
not to
what
allow
gets
you
me
to speak.
is how they're able to get away with that.
I don't know.
It really baffles me on how they're able to get away with that.
But
Because
like
nobody
to the point of all
holds
this,
them accountable.
yeah, and to the point, like I said in the beginning here, stop being a fucking coward, stop being a bitch, and get in this fight. Get it. I can speak for all three of us, especially Tony and myself, and all three of us that we've got off our ass. We've gotten this fight. We're putting up this fight. We're on representatives. We're holding people accountable for the dumb shit they say, and trying to make this different. Not difference, I guess you'd say, but like trying to. I don't know what the word is. I'm trying to go here. I lost my train of thought, but
Look at I think it was Tucker Carlson. I can't remember which representative he had on there, but they were he was asking him about one of the bills, and he was like, all he was asking was like, so, because I guess there was something in one of the bills about barrel shrouds. Mm-hmm. And he looked at him and he's like, so what exactly is a barrel shroud? And I don't remember what they said at first. And he was like, no, that's not what it is. And then they were like, well, it's the thing that goes up. And I'm like, what? Well, there's a lot of things that go up. But again, that's why they won't come into places like us, because we're going to totally blow everything they're talking about out of the water. And, they say, well, we're talking to our experts. Well, your experts don't know what they're talking about. Yeah. Because if you truly get a firearms expert, it's going to blow everything you're trying to say out of the water. And that's another thing that baffles me about the Democrats right now. During COVID, they're screaming, trust the science. But when you actually start throwing science and statistics at them around firearms, it's oh no, that's just not right.
So I
It's
think when
just it's dumb.
had an online conversation with a loser, probably a bot, I don't know, and they were talking about the number of deaths from self deletion. Oh, excuse me, no, they didn't. They were talking about the number of firearms deaths, and I said, hey, 60% plus or people that take their own lives, and that is not a firearms issue. That's a mental health issue. That's a problem someone has, and the gun ain't it. Oh no, that's bullcrap. You got to count it because it's effective. I'm like, yeah, so are tall buildings and bridges and rope. All of those are effective. I was like, you're not worried about
Yep.
that. I was like, what? Have you ever bothered looking up? Because it was like 43,000, 46,000, the number of deaths. And I was like, well, have you ever looked up how many people actually rescue themselves with a firearm every year? And I was like, well, here's a
Right.
link. And then if you're too lazy for the link, here's a screenshot. And it's actually 4 sentences. And it says, studies vary because there is no fixed way, there's no fixed method to come up with the numbers, but the numbers are between 65,000 and 3.5 million. I was like, and I said, that's just propaganda. And I was like, okay, so you're telling me America that has more guns than people, with those hundreds of millions of guns, you think in a place of of 380 million people, there aren't 65,000 people that use the guns they have to prevent themselves from being crime victims? I'm like, when you say it like that, don't you see? You have no logic because what you're saying is emotional, not based on fact. And I was like, and that thing I sent you was multiple studies. All of them are propaganda. And I never got an answer back because
Well,
obviously, if you think about it, it's like, wait a minute. So we can have hundreds of millions of people with hundreds of millions of guns, but less than 1%, one half of 1% would use them to defend themselves.
well, it's like God, I can't think of his name. I think it's Nick something. What he
Nick
said
Freitas.
was that might have been who it was. Brown hair, got the beard and stuff. Because I think it was on Sean Ryan. He's like, everybody wants to punish the law-abiding citizens when somebody does something bad with a gun.
Mm-hmm.
You don't try to punish the criminals. You want to punish the law-abiding citizens who aren't going out and creating mass shootings. If that's the case, why aren't we punishing car manufacturers when somebody has a wreck? Why aren't we punishing alcohol manufacturers when somebody has a DUI and kills somebody? Why isn't everybody else? All right, this guy had a DUI, so now nobody in this state can drink. I mean, that's pretty much the concept around it. And, I hate to say it, man. I mean, the other thing here is they're essentially infiltrating our government to destabilize it, because you got that one jackass from Bangladesh that's in Virginia now. I've got, I think I've got his video up too.
Who?
God, was Saddam Salim, I think is his name. Yeah, this guy.
Look at us to say we are one of the reasons why we don't have to go through those drills, because we made sure that a place that they call schools or home, wherever it may be, is a safe place. So, Madam President, with that, I ask and renew my motion that we agree and concur with the House amendments.
I mean, you got this guy here that's not even from this country, that's made it into Senate, and now essentially trying to ban assault weapons.
Yep.
Good.
Like, if that's the case, pack your shit and go back to Bangladesh.
All right. Good.
Yep.
Let me tell you what happened in Virginia. Republicans didn't come out to vote. Republicans came out to
Bingo.
vote in lower numbers. I looked it up before I friggin' pulled it out of my ass. I actually looked it up. Only two precincts but not two precincts, two districts. They came out at the same level they did prior. You know what I mean, to the election before for Yonkers or whatever the heck his name is. But when it came out to vote for the black woman Republican candidate, they didn't show up. Now, I don't know why they didn't show up because I'm not saying because she's black. I'm just saying because I don't think that's true at all. Because if they really didn't want a black woman there, they wouldn't have voted for the governor in the first place. They had her on the ticket as lieutenant governor, and they had a Hispanic on the ticket as the attorney general. So no, I don't believe they didn't vote because of racism.
Yep.
I think these idiots were comfortable because Trump was in the White House and you had a Republican Senate and a Republican Congress majority. I think most people are too
Bingo.
goddamn stupid to know how civics work. And they thought they were safe. Well, they're not. And now you have a governor. Oh, by the way, you stupid motherfuckers. The chick is from New Jersey. You knew how she stood on firearms, and yet you still didn't go vote because you thought Daddy Trump was going to save your ignorant ass. One,
Yep.
Daddy Trump ain't even pro 2A. And I don't know how many people got to tell you, or maybe I have to draw it in crayons or put it on one of them little light boards like we had as kids. You're dumb. And you haven't figured out yet that
Well,
your
look now,
president is not pro 2A.
Yep.
Oh, what the brace
there's
thing?
rumors of them. Yeah, the whole brace thing's coming back
Yeah.
around.
Oh God, yeah. And then
Well,
going back to Virginia real quick, we'll touch on that too. The funny part with the Virginia is they lost their mind when they stood outside and handed everybody one of these.
mhm.
And everybody lost their fucking minds. Oh, we can't do that. That's not right. Why? Fuck out of here.
It's legal. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. It's
And,
fucking legal. Hand that shit
so
like it's
now,
fucking Skittles.
and by the way, without the firearm, it's useless. So I know a bunch of people are like, look, they gave that kid a magazine. Well, bitch, without the gun,
Yeah.
it's just the world's worst Pez dispenser.
Right.
Yeah,
This
well,
is how stupid the
Democrats will probably
anti-gunners
give them a
are.
trans book or some shit. Yeah, I said what I said.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's a whole nother thing that I'm leaving alone. But it's
Well,
amazing to
that
me the things that are acceptable to talk about in school. But if you talk
But
about their civil rights, mm,
right.
or at least that right, by
But
the
like you
way,
said,
you
yeah. But yeah, like you said, the whole bracing now like he's coming back. This is the problem. It's because people are not. It goes back to what I said at the beginning. People like in what you just said. They're too fucking lazy because Trump's in office, and they're fucking cowards, and they don't want to get off their ass and keep. Oh, we get a little bit of a win. Yeah, then we get kicked in the fucking dick again and right back in it. Let's be honest.
you know why you
I
get kicked
mean,
in
We
the dick?
have to. We have to.
You know why you get kicked
Why?
in the dick? Because the Republicans aren't on your
Why?
side.
Exactly. 100 fucking
right.
percent.
Because if that was the case, we should have the NFA should be gone, tax stamps should be gone, all this stuff. Which I mean, I know some of it kind of is, but you know, even though you're not paying the tax stamp for suppressors and SBRs, you still got to fill out the Form 4.
I will never forget
what you got. I mean, to me, if that's the case, if I'm not having to spend that $200, why should I have to fill that form out?
Yep. I'll never forget the shirt that I think it was Johanna or Rolo that was wearing the first time I met you, Tony. Oh fuck! What did it say? It said, no, it wasn't. Love my country, hate my government. It was the other one. Something about oh, if you trust this government, you haven't been paying attention or something like that.
No,
I don't remember that.
either you trust government. Wait a minute. You either know history, you either trust government and know history, but you can't do both. Is that one?
Yeah, that's something like that.
You can either trust
Something like
government
that.
and
Yeah.
know history. You can't do
But
both.
yep. Look, yeah, it's just crazy. I'm just tired of it all, man. Like the shit that they're trying to pull here. It's all. I've talked to Tony about this off record and off camera. It's all what they're testing. They're seeing how far they can push the envelope, what's going to pass, so then they can push it in some other fucking state. That's all they're trying to do. Virginia and Minnesota, they're giving the fucking blueprint is what they're doing right now.
Okay, I found it. It actually said if you trust the government, you don't know history.
That's the one.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one.
So,
And the thing is, go ahead, Tony. No, go ahead.
no. Okay. When it comes to bills, because people are going to say, "Hey, you need 60%. You need 60 senators to pass national reciprocity. You need this." Where are the pro-gun bills put forth by any of these people on the Republican side, whether you have the votes or not? How come the Democrats or anti-gun forces, but it's Democrats, can put forth every anti-gun bill out there, no matter how ridiculous it is, when they're in charge, and then we have to fight and make sure Republicans don't vote for it. But when we're in charge, we not putting out the most ridiculous pro 2A bills out there. Matter of fact, not putting any out. Done.
Yep.
This is what
Yep.
happens when you don't hold these
Exactly.
people accountable and you just vote for them because they have an R behind their name. Oh, speaking of pieces of shit that had an R behind their name but are now unemployed. Hey, how's that one-eyed cocksucker doing down in Texas, Crenshaw?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm glad to see Brandon got in there.
Yep.
I hope he tries to do right, man.
Well, I think you said it best, and I mean, I think Brandon knows that if he doesn't, he knows the 2A industry is going to fucking rip him apart. You know, at least that's what I think. But I mean, I hope he does good. I think he will. I mean, at least we got that piece of shit Gonzalez out of there.
Yeah, so tell me how many
well,
people
and
know
like
about him.
the whole Nash.
Yeah, but and that goes actually to what we're talking about. It's not even a Second Amendment issue. He's just a legit fucking piece of shit. Like, for real.
Yep. Well, and like the whole national reciprocity thing, you know, even though my state, I would say it's starting to get a little purple. You have a little bit more Republicans there, but I could see
I'll
my
show you something
state
purple.
purple-headed yogurt slinger. But even my state, I could see them fighting against national reciprocity.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've got a Republican governor, Republican lieutenant governor. I mean, we've got a lot of Republicans in office, you know, I mean, outside of shitty Lindsey Graham and stuff, you know, that's a freaking waste of space right there. So, and I'm going to call you out too, April Cromer. I've sent both of y'all emails to try to get in front of you and talked about revamping our permit program, and ain't none of y'all reply back to me. So,
and
you're sitting here saying you're pro-gun, but yet you don't want to talk to somebody that's trying to actually help people out and make the program better than a damn checkbox. Because right now, I'm sorry, that's all our permit class is a freaking checkbox. Well, so y'all can sit back up there in the state capitol and be like, oh, well, we've got this class they have to go through. It is a bullshit ass class. I should be spending more time on the range with these people than in the damn classroom.
Yep. And that, you just brought up a good point too. And I know we've harp on people not getting this fight. We hold everybody accountable, Democrats, Republican. But we talked earlier about Democrats don't want us in there because they don't want to learn. Republicans are the same way. I've reached out to senators and representatives that are pro 2A. Hey, let's have a conversation. Let me help you. Let me help you go against this bullshit. Give you some information you can use. Guess what I get? Fucking crickets.
Mm-hmm.
They're all the same. They're all the same.
They don't.
There is no Democrat, Republican really that are battling each other. It's us against them. If you don't believe it, just witness it. I don't understand how you can continually look at this and think somehow, oh, that's my team. No, that is not your team. They don't care about you. They are glad that you don't care, and they can show up once every 4 years, 2 years, 6 years, whatever it takes, and you'll fall for the okie doke. They speak in front of crowds. They speak in front of the press. They don't speak in front of crowds. They speak in front of the press, and they go to friendly media. They speak in front of them, and then they don't talk to you directly. And then they use those clips.
Well, I mean,
they use those clips in campaigns, and you buy into it.
Yep.
Well, and I mean, that's kind of, we end up having a whole pretty much change through everything here because you had all these Congress people that ran saying they were going to make sure constitutional carry got passed, and it didn't get passed. So when it came time for re-election, you had all these people running pretty much saying the same thing. Now they got voted in. They did get constitutional carry passed, but see, now they're cruising off of that, and they really haven't done anything else. It's like, hey, we got this constitutional carry passed for y'all, and that's what they keep riding on right now, and they're not doing anything else. Like, there's so much more that, again, like the permit class. I'm sorry, our permit classes need to be revamped. This all classroom in an hour on the range just ain't cutting it. But as long as you check that box, everybody feels good about themselves.
Mm-hmm. And that's the problem. Oh, well, Chris, aren't you pro 2A? No, that ain't it. I can be pro 2A and not have because the problem is they believe they're competent now in a gunfight. They believe they're an asset to the community because they know which end of the firearm the round comes out of. But you're not. You're a danger to yourself. You need to take more classes, but they've given you this false sense of security, and that's a problem.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah, now, it's, I don't know. For me, I guess it's I'm down the middle because of what I do. Yes, you should be the responsible firearms owner and go and get training, but I don't feel you should be made to get training.
Not at all.
But then you kind of see what's going on, who's carrying the gun. You start seeing how they're carrying guns, and you're looking at these holsters, and they're gym shorts with the outside the waistband holsters with their Serpa holsters, and had the pants on your gym shorts on one side sagging down to about your knees because you're not wearing the proper gear. And it's just like you kind of start to think like, damn, maybe training should almost be mandatory. But I don't ever think it should come to that. I don't feel you should be made to do something. You should be the responsible gun owner and take it upon yourselves. And look, we're not saying you need to go and take professional training 4, 5, 6 times a year, but your practice needs to be reinforced with some professional training so you can get someone with a different look at things to see how you're doing, to find little things to help you get better. And each one of us, Tony, Clayton, and myself, we teach this stuff, but we still go and take training.
So to touch on that, I don't mean to cut you off, Chris, unless you're done.
No, go ahead.
I just had a class today, and I actually did bring that up. And I had somebody come up to me, and I don't know how we got to talk. We got to talk about red dots. And then we got to talk about some other stuff. And it was one of those things where he's like, oh, well, yeah, I guess I didn't know that. And to your point, he actually is like, well, yeah, would you work with me to get better? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Let's do this. Because he realized just a little tweaks that I did helped him with the qualification for a permit class wasn't enough. And he realized, oh, shit, I actually need to do something a little bit more. But in the beginning of that class, he also told me he doesn't plan on carrying very much at all, but he still wants to be proficient with it. So I'm like, okay, that's the other thing. But that's a different conversation. But I agree with you on that point. You have to be responsible to go get training. And to Chris's point, I agree with you that we still take training ourselves as much as we possibly can, whether it's in pistol, whether it's in rifle, whether it's in shotgun, whether it's medical, all the above. We're taking it ourselves. So we're not telling you guys not to go take classes in something we're not doing. We're doing this ourselves. All three of us, excuse me, are literally, I don't want to say about this, but we are about this. We can actually put up and shut up.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be recertifying for my NRA handgun in April. So I have to go to Philly and take a class. I don't want to drive. I don't want to be in North Philly. You know what I mean? But I got to do what I got to do. And then, of course, I'm going to be a train and learn to be doing that. And I
Yeah,
also
buddy.
compete. I try to compete.
Are we going to Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, well, since we have freaking zipper test over here, we can freaking go now.
Yeah, I mean, I can almost die again at the Cracker Barrel and get child locked in the car. It'd be good times.
Be great.
Well,
can you eat Cracker Barrel, buddy?
Train and learn is. I don't know if it's going to happen this year. We're just going to have to see how things go because this hospital visit's going to set me back. So
We'll
we got
get
to
you there.
see. We got to see how the funds.
So
go.
right now, if anybody wants to help Chris out, get in the train to learn. I'm saying it right now. We can all donate to his cause. I'll give you his Cash App. Good to go. Send Chris a train to learn. Hashtag send Chris a train to learn. There we go.
Nah, I ain't. Then I'm not. Look, yeah, I'm definitely not saying that trying to beg for money or nothing. We'll see what happens.
I'm just fucking with everybody. I wasn't going to actually do it, but no, we'll get you there one way or another, brother.
We'll see what happens. But no, I mean, since we're on that, if you
might have to start stripping again.
Well, I'm waiting on the OnlyFans to kick off. But no, if you're in this industry or looking to get deeper into this industry, or you want to figure out how can I get more involved? How can I be an advocate? If you're not looking to be an instructor or an influencer or whatever, now I'm glad we brought that up. Train and Learn is definitely the place you need to be.
Yes, 100%.
All right, you're getting in front of the right people. You're learning the right stuff about how to be an advocate, how to be an influencer, how to get more involved, how to teach people. There's so much that goes on at this event. So if you're looking to make improvements to your advocacy or your instruction or whatever, this is where you need to be. All right. It has definitely helped me out. I know it's helped Tony out. It's helped Clayton out. And it's helped so many other people out. You're going to learn a whole bunch of information.
That, excuse me again, that event is where we all met. So this is what this event can do for you. Not only are we all really good friends, like we all talk almost daily. I know me and Chris talk daily, but we talk all the time. We're good friends. That's what else it can do for you. But also, look what that event is also basically. That's where this podcast started from.
Yep. So it put all these rejects together right here.
Yeah. So if you want to blame anybody for this shit show, we can blame Kevin Dixie. No other choice for him. I'm just kidding. No, but in our reality, no. It's what the event that Kevin puts on is phenomenal. You will meet so many great people if you put in the time and if you put in the effort in yourself to be there and actually take advantage of what is in front of you. It will help you immensely, and you will be in front of the right people, right contacts, and you will make some really good fucking friends that will have your back at the end of the day, no matter what. And like I said, a lot of the advocacy stuff that I've been doing, I learned from Tony right there. I honestly gotta have.
Let me flip this around.
Okay, go ahead.
All the positives is 100%. Let me explain the other part.
Yeah.
If you don't take advantage of it, if you don't use it, if you don't use it as an opportunity to network, if you don't use it as an opportunity to grow, if you don't use that, then it's not going to be worth it for you and don't even bother going. All right? If you're not willing to put in work, don't show up.
Yep. And I'm going to make this clear because I know if we don't and Katie sees this, and if I don't mention this or none of us mention this, it's not just your range day event. This is actually business and personal development, plain and simple. It's not a range day.
Yeah.
Look, we had the 1 year where we had that where we had that incident where, my vehicle was broken into. I could have easily taped up my window, packed my shit, and went home.
Yep.
But I taped my window. I got my shit together. I went back out onto the range. I did interviews.
Yep.
With instructors, with companies like Primary Arms, Tactical Life. I could have easily just packed up and left because of what happened. That's the kind of work that you've got to put in. If you're wanting to get better, sometimes there are some sacrifices that have to be made.
And to touch on that point too, that was the same year that I was there. And I remember specifically, I looked at, granted you guys are all my friends, Kevin's my friend. And I kind of, for a second, I lost for the reason why I was there. And I looked at him like, hey, what can I do to help you guys? And Kevin looked at me and goes, go to the range and do what you need to do. And what did I do, Tony? I hopped in your fucking car. We went to the range, and guess who got to work right away before anybody else fucking showed up? This guy right here.
Yep.
Everybody else was standing around. Where's everybody? Where's everybody? And I was like, I'm going to capitalize on this. But Tony's point, you have to put in the work, and if you don't, it's not going to benefit you. Don't show up.
Don't show up. Don't come. If you're not willing to put in the work, don't come. If you think someone's going to give you something just because you're there, don't come. But if you want to meet
100%
people from across the country and in different demographics and different areas of interest, then you come. It's going to be amazing. Now, talking about things that happen. I had a medical emergency. I had a severe medical.
You also had an implant on your head too.
Oh yeah, I also had an implant on my head, but that was later, and it was fun. But
Chris.
I went back to the hotel. I got some. I took a shower. Got a cold shower. I made sure I drank plenty of fluids, and I carried my ass right back to the range and stayed all night. And did the night.
Yep.
We did the night shoot and everything. So what did I do? Uh, I made sure that the next time I went, my blood sugar level was on point, and it is what it is. I mean, I was in pain last one, right, because of the knee. Didn't
You
stop.
were hurting, bro.
Oh, it hurt real bad. It hurt real bad, and but I didn't stop. It's just things I couldn't do. I didn't do. But I took part in the medical training. I took part in the rifle. I took part in the pistol. The only one I didn't do was the crazy sprints and shooting at multiple targets one because that was not happening.
Right.
But yeah, you're gonna learn a lot. You're gonna meet a lot of great people. I mean, and when I say great people, you're gonna be in front of heads of marketing of major companies like Primary Arms, Bursa, Tactical Life. I mean, you're right there with the owners of Tactical Life. I mean, it's. But don't be that person of think you're going to go up and get free stuff. I have never gone into it like that. I've never talked to these people like that, and I've never once called them and asked for anything for free.
I continue to call them and ask them for stuff for free.
But yeah, and I mean, you're going to be in front of people that are making millions of dollars in this industry.
Yep.
That are willing to come out and donate their time and help you get better. So, yes, if you're wanting to get better, this is the event you need to be at. If you're wanting to go out on the lake and enjoy your Memorial Day weekend and just keep doing your thing, then keep doing your thing.
Yep, 100%.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Would I rather be on the lake Memorial Day weekend? Sure.
But see, then we don't have the fine privilege of trying to put up a tent that's going to take 10 minutes for Kevin.
The 10-minute tent.
That freaking tent, man.
The 10-minute tent.
That tent,
10-minute tent.
That tent. I'll tell you
what was that? 2 hours?
Can we get shirts, mate? Can we get shirts this year and wear them before there? We helped with the 10-minute tent.
Chris, man, I think we were actually out there for like 2.5, 3 hours.
Oh, dude, yeah. And then fucking Rob brought out fucking Domino's food for us to eat because fucking Katie left her ass out there.
Brought out those chicken wings and stuff that wasn't even warm, but we didn't care because we were all so hungry. We're over there like ravaged dogs on a dead carcass. I mean, that's little things like that are what make all that stuff great, you know?
In the camaraderie that happens is it's such a great event. I mean, like I said, we all fuck around and we crack jokes at each other. I mean, Chris, if you guys would see the text thread that was between the three of us and Chris was in the hospital, it's we're all friends. And that's a big part of it too. And I'm grateful for that event. I'm grateful for the friends that I do have, because at the end of the day, when shit gets serious, we all have each other's back.
Yep.
It's just that's just what we do. That's who we are. But we also, at the end of the day, we're all in the same damn fight, and we all understand that, because it takes all of us. It takes Tony, it takes Chris, it takes Katie, it takes Danielle from Defensive Unicorns, it takes Brandon, it takes the fucking so on and so on. I can name a lot of people. Patrick, the gun food, everybody. Like, it's everybody. We're all in the same fight, and we all understand that, and we all have the same end game with this. And these are people that, going back to the kind of the beginning, we know these people will put up a fight, and they believe in the Second Amendment, and they believe in companies that support the Second Amendment.
But you don't get a handout. You got to put in the work. Nobody's a freeloader that you hang out with. No, freeloaders all gone by the wayside a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, Patrick has helped me. Patrick has helped me at events. Patrick helped me when we were in Florida earlier this year. He gave me a place to stay. But what did I do?
Patrick picked me up. Patrick picked me up from the airport. Little shit like that.
100%.
I mean, Anthony, he let us stay at his one of his places down in Florida. Just on a weekend, we needed to get out of town. So, and I'm not saying like these are the relationships that you can build. Is what I'm getting at. You know, these people.
They just don't
I know if I
happen.
need something, I can. Yeah, exactly, 100%. But yeah, no, it's a great event. You should be there if you're serious about growing your brand and advocacy or whatever your realm is. Just take it serious.
Yes, and if you think it's a range day, this is so far from a range day. Like you're this is a range day. This is train and learn. There's a huge difference here.
100%. So
you're there to learn. You're there to get better. Everybody's there for the same exact thing. All different walks of life, all different ages from all over the country.
Yep. And actually, since we're talking about the advocacy side of things, that's kind of where this episode started. It's people advocates like Tony. It's like people like Jared. And let's not forget somebody who's a royal, not a royal, but a really big advocate who we haven't talked about for a while. And maybe Tony, you can shed some light. But Sharon, that woman she is phenomenal. I don't know how she's doing, but you know, people like her, she was an ass kicker. She's great. And there's just so many great people that you can meet like that help you. Like I said before, it's people like Tony that got me in this advocacy work. It's that simple.
So Sharon is better than she thought she'd
Good.
be. I don't think she's coming back to advocacy, but I send her inappropriate Instagram stuff every now and again. Uh, she
I
actually
sent her a
sent me
message.
something back. Yeah, she sent me something back today.
Wait. Tony sends people inappropriate things? No, that doesn't happen. Oh, wait,
Very,
yes, it
very,
does.
very much. Oh, very, very much. So,
Well, we know.
also,
We know.
can we swing out train and learn? Very serious, but if you think it's a training class, nope, don't waste your Memorial Day weekend coming down because it will be wasted
Bingo.
on you. Now, speaking of training and what you trained for, the what do you call it? Sleeper cells of terrorists that every YouTube, gun tube, cocksucking piece of shit is trying to get you to fear as if it's something new. We've had sleeper cells of terrorists here your entire effing life. I don't know why you don't know that. Maybe you're a child, or maybe you just let the news dictate to you what you remember, and you never heard of 9/11. Maybe you never heard of 9/11. That was a sleeper cell. Maybe you didn't know the World Trade Center was actually attempted to be blown up in 1993. That was a totally different sleeper cell.
Yep.
Maybe you didn't know Puerto Rican terrorists tried to kill the President of the United States, President Woodrow Wilson. Maybe you didn't know that. That was a sleeper cell. Understand, sleeper cells of terrorists have been in America your entire lifetime. You know what a sleeper cell of terrorists is? Violent criminals. Treat them the exact
Yep.
same way. Their motivation should mean nothing to you. It's just another mother effer trying to kill you. Maybe it's more than one. Pay attention. Maybe they had a little more training. Well, what the hell are you not training for? Oh yeah, you took the South Carolina freaking carry permit class and thought you were good. Meanwhile, Dirk just lit your ass up in the freaking Walmart parking lot because you don't know how to use your LCP because that's what you thought to bring out to your fight.
Oh,
So, you all right? You all right there, Chris?
don't even get me started on those LCPs, man. I'll tell you what, boy.
Oh, I heard we're making you a custom one. South Carolina custom model.
Yeah, I got to put my telescope on it.
All right,
And
fine.
your
If you
very,
don't
very
want that,
big pistol grip.
look, if you don't want that, I got the Keltec 5.7 stripper clip thing that ain't never been seen before that I can get to you.
I mean,
It's lightweight and a way around
Oh,
gun
buddy.
laws.
so, right. I mean, yeah, man. I think honestly, guys. I think this has been a really great conversation, and I'm glad we had this conversation. At the end of the day, guys, get off your ass. Don't be a fucking coward. Stop being a bitch, and get involved in this fight. And I'm just gonna say this: Republicans are red, Democrats are blue, and they both hate you.
Right.
Oh, look.
And the other reason you want to get one last one I got to play because this dude, I just love this dude. This is another reason you get involved locally because then you end up with something like this.
Oh, Chris's favorite.
Oh,
You
man.
voted against the bill that mandated the deportation of illegals convicted of sex crimes. Do you regret that vote now?
No, I don't regret that vote. Look, no bill is perfect.
What if it was your wife, your sister, your daughter that was raped? You want that person to stay?
Look, there are multiple things in a bill. I don't agree with every one of them.
Sir, you got to answer the question. If your wife, your daughter, your girlfriend, mother was raped by an illegal immigrant, you voted against a bill that would deport these illegals convicted of sex crimes. You're perfectly fine if they stay in the country.
Sean, look, I serve in Congress. I don't think you ever served in Congress. That's what you voted on, though, right? Most of the bills. Look,
why did you vote?
I serve in Congress. I don't think you've served in Congress.
Well, one, you're assuming you're assuming he doesn't rape his daughter, mother, wife. No, they can join me. We can tag team in Eiffel Tower. Da. Take it. Take it, you dirty bitch.
Every time I see this. Hey, but I will say,
and that's where we get kicked
I will say, no matter how hard people go at him, he still has that stupid cheesy grin on his face.
You know why he has this?
I want to know where he got his wig.
One,
because he's a piece of shit.
Hair. You gotta.
Hey, a lot of animals died for that hairpiece.
Leave Pluto Mars's uncle alone. My whole issue is these people are not held accountable by their constituents because they don't watch it. And I'm assuming because of, and I'm from Jersey, so we have a very large, I'm assuming that's Indian or what is it, Southwest Asian accent. We have very
far East Asia.
So if you're only voting for someone because they come from where you're from and you don't really pay attention to what they do, this is what ends up happening. You end up bringing somebody in that votes against your interest. If you don't hold them accountable, fine. You don't have to know every word these people say because I don't watch Sean Hannity. I wouldn't know. Truthfully, I don't even know what Sean Hannity looks like. I have zero interest in watching political programming because truthfully, it's divisive and it's intentionally divisive. So I don't watch it. But I don't trust any of these people, and you shouldn't either. But every election, you should look into it. Look, you doom scroll watching cat stands on Instagram. Put 15 minutes of research into who you're voting for. They send you your ballot in the mail. Take some time out. They give it to you well before the thing. Maybe you can't watch it every day because it gets on your fucking nerves, because it gets on mine. Once or twice a week. Up until election to at least know who you're voting for and what they stand behind. And hey, if you don't know the guy running, but you know you don't like the dude that's in office, vote for the guy running. You can replace them if you're active. What they fear is this, and that they is both Democrats and Republicans in the establishment themselves. They fear an educated, politically active voter. Somebody that holds them accountable, somebody that talks to them on a regular basis. They fear that because they don't want to answer you. Much like gyms really don't want everybody that buys a membership to show up every day because you'd wear out their equipment. All right. These guys don't want to talk to you every day because they have hundreds, thousands, 10,000 people they have to answer to. But most of them don't pick up the phone, don't call, don't ever speak to them. So they can do what they want without any repercussions because they'll know you'll vote for blue or you'll vote for red.
And to the people that sit here and think, oh, my phone call or email's not going to make a difference, bullshit. It does.
Yeah.
Way to quit before you start, buddy.
Yep. 100%.
Yep. Yeah, don't think that your voice isn't going to be heard. Your voice will be heard. But you've got to get out there and make sure that voice is heard. Again, whether it's testifying in person, writing an email, making a phone call, make your voice heard.
The dumbest mother effort in the comments section that's a legal voter in America that votes, his vote counts as much as yours does. So what you have to do is taking a step above. Contact your congressman, contact your person, contact your hometown person, and you get in their ear, and now you have more effect than Dog Liquor 3131 does in the comments. All right, you have more effect. Now, when you get together with your friends and you talk about this, and you all go down and testify, or you all go down to the freaking city hall meeting, or you go down to the township meeting, now you're well above, what Patty Sniffer 4242 does. The more involved you are, the more impact you have. I don't understand.
I love your usernames, Tony.
Anyway, again, so when you go testify, you're in a much better position than I sniffed Dingleberry's 4242. So you have to take this seriously.
God.
You have to take your civic duties seriously as a citizen, or you're just as good as I like smelling farts. 2929. Glad to help.
Oh God.
Oh Lord.
Oh, Tony, I fucking love you, brother.
Yep.
I fucking love you. There's no way I'm not. I will say that shit publicly. I fucking love you, brother. God.
I love you too, guys.
But no,
homo.
That's why. That's why I have you on my T-shirt and I wear it proudly. Yes, it has been, and back to the beginning, guys. Get out there, get in this fight, because without people getting in this fight, we will lose our fucking rights. And guess what? It's gonna be hard as hell to get them fucking back if we can get them back. So we need to put the fight up now, and it's going to take every fucking single one of us. Get involved. Like you said, phone call, email, whatever you got to do it.
Or again, donate to your local state organization, FPC, yes. GOA. I mean, these are organizations that are putting boots on the ground and trying to get things done. And some of them are actually getting things done.
Yep.
So,
Minnesota Gun Owners Caucus for over here, and I'm gonna end this, and then you guys can finish up with what you want to say, but I'm gonna end it with this. And guess what? If you don't get off your ass, you don't get in this fight, you don't send an email, you don't make a phone call, I don't want to hear you fucking bitch when your rights are taken from you.
Yep.
Because you did fucking nothing to try to stop it.
Yep.
If that's the case, fuck off and eat shit.
All you wanted to do was get in your boating accident.
Yep. Next motherfucker right here that say that, stop saying that shit. So finish it out, guys. My rant's over.
No, I think you pretty much summed it up for all of us.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, dude. I mean, there's no topping that.
But I think, real quick on that, what you're talking about, I think Argo's T-shirt really said it best.
Gun rights and civil rights, baby.
Not that one, but,
I smell farts.
Magazines. No, the one where it said I lost my magazines in a voting accident.
Yes.
That, to me, that was one of his best T-shirts right there.
Yep, I have that one.
Right. Yep, I've got one too, because it's not a boating accident, it's a voting accident because your ass didn't get out there and vote.
Nice. I like that. So I'll probably steal it.
Yep.
I should all contact Argo, see if we can bring it back.
He wouldn't be. We should have had him on this episode. I didn't think about that.
Good luck.
I might have to reach out and see what he's got going on. I know he's got a crazy schedule. Maybe we can squeeze him in somewhere. But no,
that'd be a good one.
Again,
I'll reach out to him.
Like Clayton said, get out there, get involved, look at the policies. Don't go off what your favorite YouTuber says or your favorite TikToker. Don't go off what we say. If you don't believe what we say, do your own freaking research. All right? That's the most important thing. Educate yourself.
And if that doesn't work, well, get a tub of Vaseline like Tony and have fun.
Make sure you got some pickles too.
Yep.
Always have pickles.
We appreciate y'all listening. We hope everybody has a good night. Peace out.
Later.